So look, both of you have been, as you said, for the last 20 plus years have been involved in business support, and that's probably covered everything from the financial crisis through to COVID, through to a slightly strange backdrop at the moment between hope for optimism versus talking ourselves down. And at the same time, you're dealing with hundreds and hundreds of clients through various programs at the moment. So just interested, given the current backdrop and commissioners going forward, what are the areas of need you're seeing, particularly from SMEs at the moment, and what thoughts that might suggest to commissioning in the coming sort of 12, 24 months?
There's a broad need across all of the programs at the moment. There's some cross-cutting themes though, David. I think that the first thing I'd say is that it does feel like an odd time in terms of running a small business, a medium-sized business at the moment. There's a lot of challenge, a lot of unknowns. So the first thing is that the engagement levels with our programs are still very, very strong, which is really good. And I think in part what's driving that is a lot of owner-managers feel that weight of expectation on their own shoulders about what happens next. And that uncertainty is playing a part of that. So I think they're looking for comfort, and I think they're looking for confidence by engaging with some of our experienced advisors and programs, just to navigate this period of time at the moment. And hopefully the next 6 to 12 months, things will become a little bit more clear on that. Through the fact that we are deploying benchmark diagnostics in both productivity and growth, then I think we can speak with a little bit of confidence about some of the common themes that are coming up and cropping up. So with regards to generic growth type support, the need for extra revenue is still very, very strong. So by far our most popular type of point of diagnosis and therefore solution with program projects tends to be around strategy development and sales and marketing. So hence the need for increased demand for company services in the open market at the moment is very, very high. On productivity, the most common type of support category that we're looking at there is all about throughput. So in essence, improving the rate of actually getting either service or manufacturing products or units through a company, because obviously organisations, as they've been under more pressure with cost base rising over the last few years, is what they're looking to do is become more efficient, more effective, and actually doing more for less. And then interestingly, the growth outcomes in terms of the sales and marketing strategy is about demand pulling through that increased productivity through those organisations. And then the other thing I'd say before I pass over to Martin's views is that we are also having quite a high demand, certainly in our Leicestershire programmes, where we're running a number of workshops, for more and more information about artificial intelligence. So if you looked at all the bookings on the various workshops, that topic dwarfs everybody else's. And I think SME owner managers are still a bit nervous about it. They want to find, and they're hungry for information about what's happening in the marketplace, what could the impact be on my business moving forward, and what do I need to do in terms of steps to try and either embrace it or address it moving forward. So they're probably the three key themes across the programmes that certainly I've seen. I don't know what you think, Martin.
Well, I think before I just talk about the types of issues or areas for gain that these diagnostics highlight, is just talk about the two diagnostics more than anything else, because the fact that we've helped to develop these products, these diagnostics further, in partnership with Leeds Beckett University, the initial diagnostic, the productivity improvement framework, was developed by some very, very smart people within the university, together with partners, economists, accountants, and specialists, productivity specialists, David. And it looks at productivity through the lens of 30 different areas of a business. And a company that we work with, we will question them Socratically, trying to help, trying to create some doubt within their mind, so that they understand that area of business or that area of performance within their business and are able to score themselves using 2 scoring criteria. And so using this diagnostic with over 200 businesses allows us to analyse all that data to say with confidence look at patterns and trends, and to see if there are patterns and trends between SMEs, between the businesses, so we can feed that information back to funders, which helps to provide that intelligence as to what the needs of businesses are. And what we're noticing through the productivity diagnostic is that it is around people and their capital machinery. So their people, labour, and what we call resource output, which is their capital machinery. And those are the two key ingredients that go into what James talked about, throughput. And so the data we have behind the diagnostic is really, really powerful. It helps us to understand exactly what the needs of these businesses are. And that's not it's very, very similar with the growth diagnostic as well. So again, it looks at 12 areas, or what we call growth factors, within a business at the moment. But we're actually looking at how we can improve the diagnostic more. We've just been looking at it very, very recently about how we can make some positive improvements to it, which will probably go up to around 15 or 16 growth factors. But at the moment, looking at those growth factors, again, through Socratic questioning through our advisors, a client will score themselves, and we can look at the areas that are flagged as priorities that they need to work on. And the key areas are, as James said, around strategy, creating a real meaningful growth strategy that's been created by the senior people within the business. And secondly, around sales and marketing. Companies looking at their marketing capability and looking at how they can acquire more of the market that they're in at the moment. And speaking to colleagues within Exemplas in other areas within the business that are delivering other programs, they're saying similar things within the kind of growth programs that they're delivering that aren't using our diagnostic tool. Right. They're saying that a lot of businesses are after sales and marketing type of interventions to help them sell more.
Yeah. Well, look, chaps, it's clear from the passion and insight and depth of conversation you've really bought into business support. There's something you feel strongly about and hugely committed to. So big thanks for your thoughts and contributions and insights, and yeah, been really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.